In today's modern times, road use has never been greater, and it's perhaps quite alarming that the sales of these motor scooters for youngsters is also vastly growing. We've put together a short safety video to show you just how to be safe on your ped, and we're using Andy here to show you just how to do that. So sit back and be safe. The first thing you're going to need to be safe on your ped is the right equipment. So basically you're looking at a padded jacket which has got to have padded areas over the shoulder, elbow.
You started laughing.
What are you doing?
Shall I turn around when he says?
The first thing you've got to have if you're going to be safe on your ped is the right equipment. The first thing you need to be safe on your motor scooter is the right equipment, and basically this is really very simple and it's not that expensive to buy. First of all, you just need a padded jacket with padded areas over the shoulder, elbow and the back areas. You also need a fully safe helmet. The first thing you're going to need on your motor scooter to be safe is the right equipment. Now this really is easy to buy and not very expensive. Now this basically consists of a safety jacket with padded areas on the shoulder, elbow and back areas. And the other thing you're going to need obviously is your helmet. Now when you're buying a helmet there are many to choose from. The ones you want to look out for always have this kite mark on the back. That basically means it's been approved by the government and it's going to meet all safety regulations and tests. And these are the two basic bits of equipment that you're going to need to get started. Now buying your first motor scooter is always a bit of a hazy experience and many people just can't afford to buy a new one. So if you're going to buy a second-hand one, basically always make sure it's got full details of its MOT history and basically all safety features meet standard requirements. After you've passed your CBT and you're all raring to go, there are a few things you've got to get sorted before you can start riding your ped. First of all, you've got to have L plates both front and back. You've also got to be fully insured and display your correct tax discs. Once you've got all this, you're pretty much ready to go. Now Andy's going to show us how to correctly start your ped.
To start, you simply insert your key and turn it to the right. This usually brings on lights on the main control panel. You simply then hold in either your left or right brake, pull back the accelerator slightly and then press your ignition button.
What I want. It's nasty, isn't it? Andy's now going to show us some of the basic driving techniques. Now you may think this is all beneath you and you should have it covered, but just Andy's now going to show us some of the basic driving manoeuvres, and you may feel this is beneath you and you should be 100% compatible with this if you've passed your CBT. And if you'd like to drive off, looks out before he pulls into the road, driving on the left side, which is of course the side of the road you drive on here in Britain. And here comes Andy now, and he's going to fully indicate. There he does, and he'll pull in. Obviously speed is not important. Safety is king. Now, when passing pedestrians, especially elderly pedestrians, it's important to slow down there, as Andy did. As always, safety is king. You know it makes sense, kids. Now Andy's going to take us through each part of the ped and what it does.
Okay, here we have the front disc brake and of course the back drum brake. There's not much difference between them apart from the sort of mechanism. We've got the ignition, of course, the key the horn, the indicators left and right, just press it down to stop. We've got the full beam and the low beam, and then you just simply press it in to turn it on and off, just if in case you were to flash someone. And then we've got the light on and off switch, and then of course we've got the accelerator and the front and back brake.
Andy here is reversing out. Now obviously we're in controlled environment, but this could be on a busy main road, looking both ways. Always best to wheel it out, and away you go. Remember, it's not about speed, it's not about tricks, it's not about looking cool. Safety is king. You know, it makes sense, kids. Now, it's an inevitable fact that all PEDs are going to break down eventually, and Andy's here has broken down. Now, there was a bit of an explosion at the back, nothing major, but what you don't want to do, what are you doing?
Explosion!
Now, unfortunate as it is, it's also inevitable that a PED as a car will break down eventually. Now, Andy's has just broken down. As you can see, some smoke was emanating from the rear. As unfortunate as it is, as inevitable as it is as a car, a PED is going to break down eventually. And as you can see, Andy's has just broken down. There was some smoke coming from the back of the PED. Now, the thing that you don't want to do in this situation, of course, is ride it. You don't want to, for a start, make your PED worse. You don't want to potentially risk injury to yourself or others. So, Andy, of course, you have full insurance.
Yep, of course I do.
So, your PED's broken down. What are you going to do now?
I call my insurance company and they arrange a pickup.
So they're going to come out to you and pick your PED up?
Yep, they come out and do what they can to fix it.
Now, if Andy didn't have full insurance, no one would come to pick him up. He'd have to wheel it home. And, of course, he could be in prison. So, just shows you, really, get your full insurance, get your tax discs, get everything in order. And that is how you have a safe PED. Just remember, say what you doing. Remember, that basically is how you have a safe PED. So, remember, be sensible, be safe.
He's done enough.
Get out of the picture, you don't even have to be in it.
Alright.
So remember, that basically is how to keep your PED safe. And remember, you know, safety is key. Yo! Mosk! And basically, that's how to keep your PED safe, and that's the main thing. Be safe, and remember the keywords, safety is king.